the iron golem on top of hoppers is a little bit cheaper and good for getting started when you don't have a lot of resources yet.
Yeah. We were past that point, so I just went with the comparators. All right, so this is my base.
Ah, this place. I recognize this.
We'll get a redstone torch here. Did it just... No, there it is.
There it is.
All right, so we won't do the building tour, but feel free to look around if you want. I'm going to drop a redstone torch right here.
Very nice.
We'll come on through. This is most of the stuff for the base.
Ah.
So we've got our door mechanism, and then other stuff kind of hangs on around. Let's see. I did this furnace thing before I even put in this wing. So this is the first redstone to go in, I believe.
Ah, okay.
It's, it's one of those where I messed around with my own design. It's not the most efficient, but it works. Feed it off of blaze rods.
Well, blaze rods are really the best fuel if you have a good blaze farm.
Yeah, and that was our XP farm until the Enderman farm opened up. So the blaze rods, we've been dwindling in them, but
Yeah.
it's easy enough to go back. Let's see. I've got a item elevator that takes the items to smelt up to the top line of hoppers, and then a minecart system that takes the blaze rods, and it's fine if that's not perfectly efficient at taking the fuel. Oh, we got a stone brick in there. That's not going to work so well.
Yeah. That could be a problem.
And then that just smelts, and I've got a little switch on it. You can see part... Is that it? Yeah, that's it right there. There's a switch on the front side that will lock all the bottom hoppers.
So you can use it for experience.
Yeah, so if I need to just do some mass smelting, I just chuck a bunch of items in and then unlock the hoppers, and it goes into the sorting system for down in the second floor.
Nice.
And all of that is connected together. Back here is a cactus farm. That's a non-redstone version, actually.
Okay. Yeah,
And
well, for a cactus farm, you don't really need a redstone version. It doesn't really make sense to have a
yeah,
redstone version.
yeah, I mean, you could if you wanted to, but it'd be more for just having some fun, I guess.
Yeah.
This is the Mumbo Jumbo melon farm. Melons and pumpkins out of that thing.
Nice. Yeah.
And then
Okay. Yeah.
back here is the cow farm. You're familiar with that one.
Yep. And I see you. You have mushrooms now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the mesa is right next to a mushroom island, so
That's cool.
while I was going over there, I managed to grab a few of those guys, brought them back.
Yeah. You mentioned using them for mushroom stew, and I didn't even think of that. I just like to use mushrooms just because. I don't even know why exactly. I just do.
Well, they're pretty cool, but that makes it an all-encompassing farm, really.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, my frames are dying here. I've
Yeah,
got
I'm at
tons
about
of
22,
entities.
25.
Yeah, lots of entities and lots of item frames, and this
Yeah.
is our chicken farm here. Pretty effective. Plenty of dogs, just because.
And cats to keep the creepers away.
Yeah, when I first came over here, I was really excited about getting some cats, and I never take them anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's probably because they're annoying.
yeah, they are. Got a... This is pretty simple. Just punch a button, get some Get some pistons going.
Yeah, that's not bad. It looks like, are you, oh, okay, you just have to push it another time.
Yeah, it's a 3 push, and then finally get all of it. And with the speed beacon in, trying to get it all filled back up is kind of
Yeah, you end up
problematic.
going right past it.
And over here is a wheat and potato and carrot farm. You just run back and forth, and it'll spit the bone meal out.
Ah, okay.
And let's get this guy. Yeah, pick up that torch. Oh yeah, I got it. And we'll go that one. Yep, that's the one.
I really like the torch key idea. I've never really used it.
Yeah, for me, it's not so much hiding it from griefers. We don't have griefers on the server. It's just a matter of I don't want a door to mess up my design. So
Yeah.
figure out how to hide one of those things in. This is the sugar farm or reed farm.
Okay.
We've got a minecart, hopper minecart, down under there. That it's twice a day. We'll get a pulse from. I've got one daylight sensor. It's at the center. It's right next to the beacon in the middle,
Ah, okay.
and that runs a couple of the farms actually. Um, and we get a pulse twice a day, kind of like at spawn, and it'll push these pistons out and then send a little pulse to chuck the minecart on around. And when that comes back through, it no, it comes over here, unloads its stuff, and then goes back. And that goes into one of these uh, neat redstone-less item elevators.
Yeah, I like these. I've started using them a lot.
Got a few of them around here, but it really reduces the amount of lag due to the lighting updates.
Yeah, and it's a lot cheaper.
Now, I haven't been over here lately, so I used up a lot of my reads on the library, which has no redstone in it. But yeah, quite enjoy that farm. It's been very useful. Over here, oh, let's see. I don't like having to refill things, so I've got a little um, minecart that takes all the bone meal and then distributes it on all of those
That's awesome.
dispensers there. Actually, we can go take a look at that. So let's do that. There's your jungle tree thing.
Ah,
Yeah.
no, the one I was thinking of is the one Monkey Farm did in one of his older single player worlds where it was an entire jungle tree and
Oh,
he had a button that would shift the tree up and down real quick. It
okay.
it was a one of the single width and it would shift the tree up and down real quick. It would be just quick enough to pop off all the cocoa beans and then he'd
Okay.
like jump down while planting or something. I forget exactly where it was. It was in the world with the what was it? He called it the Death Bowl or something.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Where is this thing? There it is. And we'll come back through here. There's another of those flower farms.
Ah,
Figure might as well have one. Don't really need that many flowers, but might as well.
yeah.
And over here is the bone meal replenishment system.
Very nice.
So it's
And you've
currently
managed to
full.
cram a lot of stuff into this base without it being obnoxious.
Yeah, well, I tried to. I had plenty of space out here, so the walking around isn't too bad. This is an and gate. Yeah, let's see.
Let's see.
If if any of these hoppers is empty, then that system's going to run.
Yes. Okay, I see how that.
And but if this thing does not have any items in it at all, it's just not going to run. So
Okay.
we don't have this thing running back and forth
That
all
makes
the time.
sense. Yeah.
So Took me a little bit to figure that one out.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Because if this is off, then the repeater will not be on, and I'm guessing there's a torch underneath of this block. And if the repeater's not on, the torch will be on, so it'll keep it locked.
Yeah. Yep.
And same basic concept for the stuff up there. If any of those torches is on, then it turns off that other torch, which then releases things.
Yep.
So,
And
yep.
lets it come on around. Yeah.
Cool.
It's been a while since I built that one, so I'm gonna keep that in mind. Okay, so we'll close that one. And I've got a wheat and wool villager down there. So it's very useful for this thing. And it's not the most efficient wool farm,
Yeah, well,
but
if it
it
works.
it's one of my own designs. Hit that? Yeah, there we go. So the lights turn on, and now there are mine carts going. You can hear those under
Yeah.
each side, and so you just run up and down, and you can lure them with wheat,
And then
and then
shear.
and hit them with the shears, and then all of that will come down here.
Very nice. Oh, there we go. Wow.
And yeah, and
I
then
like it.
they all that wool drops down into a little auto return thing. So I think this is Impulse's design here. Um, so it'll stop for a bit,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I mean we haven't
I
sheared
recognize
anything,
that. I've
and
used it a
that
few times
goes.
myself.
Yeah, it's very useful. I'll tell you that. Got another item elevator.
Yep.
Goes on up into a zip crowd sorting system.
Very
You can
nice.
you can tell who I like to watch.
Yep. This one is complete with the pistons. Not bad.
And I've stretched the colors out and for the design on the inside. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit of form and function. So I initially went for function on the main part of the base and had to fit the form around it, but this second part here kind of put them together all at the same time.
Very nice.
And then I've hidden crafting tables all over the place, so uh, got one under this
Yeah. Hiding
most of these
crafting
chests.
tables under chests is one of the best places to put them.
That's our wool farm here, and those mine carts will stop eventually once they finish their whatever their next round is.
Oop. There we go.
And all right, so next thing, we should probably go take a look at the sorting system. And can you get to that? Oh no, you know what? We've got one more redstone device up here. This is the Tango Tech auto potion brewer.
Ah, yes.
He made that in 1.6, so 1.7 came out, and so I added a slice for the water breathing potions.
Nice. Very
And
nice.
1.8 is coming out, and that's got another potion, but well, we're not
Yeah.
updating to 1.8, so
I'm looking forward to the potion fountain that I think it was Whoopi came up with.
we have to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome actually. But yeah, that's
Just
cool.
so don't open those chests. That's a spoiler for later. So you come down here. There's a few ways to get around under this area, but right here used to be the old bulk storage sorting room. Right here.
Ah,
But this new one kind of got in the way. Oh, he climbed up there.
wow.
Interesting.
Those golems will climb all over the place, and they'll end up in places where you really don't want them.
Yeah, that one's interesting. But we're right in the middle of a slime chunk here, so having those guys around is pretty useful.
Yeah,
This is the bulk sorting and storage um, rat's nest right here.
I like it.
So what used to be nicely contained over there is now a jumbled mess, but it's a bunch of silos actually,
Yeah,
and so I had to kind of work my way around. And you see
yeah.
the hoppers running around up top. That pulls items in from. There's a that one coming from.
I see you've got the furnace lag busting.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, with all the entities and item frames around here, I can't imagine what all these hoppers would be doing
Yeah.
if
Oh,
they
that would
had
have
to
been
do the
crazy.
tick updates. Yeah. What's this? I guess this is coming from. Oh, that's from the furnace, that side. Okay. So that's that line. And then over here, up above this one, is where I just, and whenever I come in from a project, I just chuck it all in there. And then
Okay.
there's a couple of, we can jump upstairs real quick. It's yet another of these zip crowd sorting systems.
Yeah, I was actually thrilled when Impulse decided to use my storage silo design on the old SMB.
I'll
That
have to go
was
check that
that was
out.
just awesome. He was using it in a stream, and he actually got a little confused during one of his streaming sessions, and he was like, "I wish Kondrik was here to tell me how to do this thing." I
Well, there
was
you go.
absolutely thrilled.
Cool. Right here, this is another one of the impulse return things. This
That's
line
cool.
goes out to the witch farm. Oh, I
So you've
sent
got
all of the.
everything all set up to just all come back to this one sorting system then.
Yeah, yeah, I tried to do that. That was one of the things I wanted to do in this base. This goes out to the chunk quarry, which we'll go take a look at, but not from this side.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, the all the witch farm perimeter clearing stuff came in on this line right here. That was
Ah.
quite the job, I will tell you that.
Yeah, I've done that a
Oh,
couple times.
let's
Not
see.
fun.
Here we go. Okay, we can just pop up here and close that, and we'll go down the hall this way. There's a little bit of redstone down here, not too much, but it's another one of the torch key designs.
Ah.
I had been wanting to incorporate this into the base somewhere and finally got a chance to. And so I call
Ooh.
this the chunk quarry, and before I even got over to this area, I had decided I wanted to try and mine out one entire chunk, and so that's it right there, one
Cool.
chunk. It's actually one extra because I miscalculated and it's 17 by 16, but whatever. So there we go. See a little door open up back here.
Ah, okay. I keep
That
getting
is
hung up on
a
the edges.
that's the code crafted uh, clicker one or redstone torch key.
Ah, okay. I'll have to look that up because I haven't really done the torch key thing before. Oops.
And this is a yeah. If any items are if I chuck anything in there, it used to be
Yep.
attached to a um, item elevator from the bottom of the quarry,
Ah.
but I had to tear that out to make room for other stuff. But there's no redstone of consequence down there. If you
Yeah.
want to pop down there, you can. But
Nah. We're here to look at
uh,
redstone.
yep.
I'm
So we'll
sure you've
come
already
back
done
through
a
here.
tour. So, for my viewers, if anybody wants to see the buildings of this uh, server, then go check out Soap's channel and watch the tour over there.
Yeah, I think that was episode 49. I did the finishing off because I had to finish that area back there.
Yeah.
just to make it, kind of finalize. We got a skeleton somewhere around. We're we're just below the surface here, so
Oh,
we'll
okay.
we'll often hear the surface spawns.
That makes
And if we
sense.
come down here, oh, gotta eat again. And we're gonna go to the spider farm. That is the main house, the cozy cabin.
All right.
That's not the redstone. No redstone up there. So that's another Paul Soares Jr. influenced design. You just drop down, and you should be fine. Yep.
Yep.
And here is the interface for the farm. And once again, we got a little redstone torch key. We'll open up this little door back here. And this one, now my first spider farm I took from a guy by the name of Dowsey. He was pretty much the only one that had a working regular spider farm, which was helpful for me because I didn't know what I was doing at the time.
Yeah, I think I remember that episode.
And this one I put together by myself, so that was kind of fun. Well, again, everybody builds off of everybody else, but got some
Yeah.
ideas from that one and from who's Fog's World. Have you seen his stuff?
I don't know if I have.
Yeah, he's
I know
got
you've
a
mentioned
neat
him
channel.
recently.
Yeah, he did something like this where he used an item elevator to move the items away, and decided to try that. But what we've got here is we got two inputs. One input turns off the lights in the spawner. Okay, that one. Okay, it's from right there. So in front of that, careful I don't punch you. There we go. That
Yeah.
redstone lamp right there. So we take a signal from that, and we get a little T flip-flop here.
Yep.
And that sends a signal on up top here. And can I jump? There we go.
And that takes care of all the lighting.
Yeah, and this is on the expensive side, to be sure. But hey, we have a witch farm, so
Yeah.
I don't apologize for my egregious use of redstone and glowstone. So early on maybe, but not once you got a witch farm.
Yeah.
I love having that witch farm. Let's see, nothing else up here, so we'll drop on down and see the rest of the mechanism. This is a lever that extends that redstone block, and it does two things. So we split the signal. The direct signal comes in and shoves these pistons out, and that pushes some stairs out, which
Ah.
locks the spiders up into the crushing chamber.
Mm-hmm.
We get a little pulse right here. Quick, quiet pulse. And that goes into one of these TT Soar Minecraft hopper timers.
Okay.
I prefer these. They don't make as much noise.
Very nice. I don't know if
And
I've seen those.
I saw that on Generic B's channel one time.
Yeah.
He
I
was
would
doing
actually
a timer.
prefer using a couple extra hoppers over the pistons just because less noise.
Yeah, actually, yeah, this is completely quiet. The only we get a little click off of the pulsar right there, but that's not too bad.
Interesting. It appears I cannot walk over the comparator here.
Yeah, that's it's a little that thing's slightly over
Oh, yeah, it is. It's
one slice, so
interesting. I'd never noticed that before. I guess it's good to remember.
that's also the reason why if you're in a too high space, you have to jump and then place really quickly.
Yeah.
This thing is timed for shooting out the crusher piston, which is right there. just long enough to get these guys down to a one-hit kill.
Very nice.
So let's see, we can pop back up. I don't think. I mean, it's another one of those quiet item elevators, so no redstone.
Very nice.
It goes through that tube. Doesn't need to be glass because nobody's looking at it. And there's a sorter.
Exactly.
Yeah. Another sorter system up top to split apart string from everything else. So we'll come through here and let's just give this a go. I don't know if we'll get any. We won't get too many spiders. There we go. They come right in. Looky there. Close that and hit that thing. And there's the crusher.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. Just
Cool.
punch away.
Yep. It does seem that they're not stacking very well anymore.
No, you have to get a bunch in there. Just release those guys.
Yeah, it's hard to get them to stack now because of the I forget what it was, but I think it was one. It might have been 1.6 where they made it so entities couldn't stack sideways. They had to like fall on top of each other to take up the same amount of space.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's why you need at least 5 or 6 in there to really get them coming in. But once they do start stacking, I mean you'll have a nice set pretty soon. But yeah, this was mostly just because I found the spider spawner, not because we actually needed it.
Of course.
Oh, and you know what? I'm sitting here without. Forgot to put my armor back on. And this is an ender pearl elevator, redstoneless. So just hold shift.
Nice.
And then jump, and you're up.
I actually need to do that on 2Crafty because my mountain does not have a convenient way up. But we got to get to the end first.
Yeah, that amplified terrain, that's a interesting beast. We did not, well, I mean this thing was generated initially on 1.5 and then 1.6 for continued.
Yeah.
So it's got a mix. If you look at the map, it's kind of ugly. But it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that pretty much covers the redstone.
All right. Well, I think we've been going for a pretty decent amount of time already anyway.
Yeah, so probably I'll probably need to do some cutting and whatnot, but
Yeah, I'll have to cut a little bit, I think. Like the time on the rail and stuff, because I forgot to turn my block sounds down.
Well, let's finish out, and that'll be it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fun little tour with Kondrik. Get an F5 mode here.
Yep.
And yeah, so thank you, Kondrik, for showing up. Kind of backwards controls here. There we go.
There we go.
But thanks for stopping by. It's a lot of fun showing off stuff. I quite enjoy it.
It's a lot of fun to look at. I haven't had a lot of good redstone ideas recently, so it's nice to see what other people have been working on.
Yeah, well, hey, anytime. And we are doing the server reset. Well, we got information on that coming up in the next episode, episode 50. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, I am going to put a link to Kondrik's channel down in the description below. So go check that out. He's got some cool stuff going on. He's playing on a couple of different servers. You've got a couple of vanilla, right?
Yeah, 2Crafty is amplified, and we just updated to snapshot stuff. And Rockhouse is snapshot with command blocks for some things. I haven't really touched the command block stuff much yet.
Okay.
And most of my content's 2Crafty because Rockhouse has been a little empty recently.
Okay, I know how that feels. So
Yep.
but you've also played a little bit of modded, right?
I actually started my channel with modded stuff, and the main reason I haven't been playing modded recently as much is because of computer issues.
Ah,
But I do have a couple modded servers I'm on, and I'm trying to start putting out content from them. It's just, you know, when Windows decides, oh, you don't have enough memory, even though you've got 16 gigs, I think I'm gonna crash.
yeah. Good old Windows, yeah. Okay, well, looking forward to that. I've quite enjoyed watching some of the other B Team Attack of the B Team content out there, so I know you're on a
Yeah,
on
that's
one of those
probably
servers,
gonna
but
be my main modded series for a little while once I figure out what I can do with my computer.
okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hey, check that out. He's got a lot of good stuff going on his channel, so make sure to pop down in the description and head on over there. But hey, if you enjoyed this, leave a like on it. It's always appreciated. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you a little later. Bye bye.
Later.